No, it's about you guys, actually.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not about me.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Not about
So
me.
yes. He was looking for a teammate, someone he could rely on to do something bigger than the both of us. So since then, working with him has not only expanded my skills and knowledge, but also gave me opportunities I never imagined. Um, So I was able to travel all over the Philippines for vacation. Just to let you know, I have traveled before, even abroad, but it's all mostly for work. So I'm not sure if you've traveled for work before. Has any of you traveled for work before? So yeah, like I will go to Korea, Malaysia, or Singapore, or Thailand, but it's always for work. You don't really get to enjoy the place. So like you go there and then work and then go back. So it's like, like what's the point? Yeah, you get to like see other places, but you don't really get to enjoy that. So with this business, as a VA, was able to enjoy places.
Hey, pause. How many passports do you have?
How many?
Tell them how many passports you have.
I have 3, including one that got lost. so.
That's
so,
how
yeah.
full her passport was from work. They had to get her a new passport.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yes, and I also saw my boss, like he was always traveling, but he never really get to enjoy traveling because, it was always for work, and he never had time with his family. For example, if we work as a VA, if we travel, we can still work, right? And then bring our family because we only need like a few hours a day to work. So if we really need to work, so that's the difference. So I'm sure because you're working in some of you like corporate job and even like yeah, so right. So yeah. So yeah, and have the best gadgets and my laptop is there. It's soon my own house. I also have peace of mind because I know I can give my son who's coming out soon the best life possible when he comes out without worrying about money and giving him quality time because I can work anywhere for as little as 2 hours per day. So that's like unlike other Julian will discuss it later. Like how come like I just need to work 2 hours per day.
She has hourly plus commission. But it wasn't like that. She used to work like 8 hours a day. And then she built up, and now it's just 2, maybe 4 sometimes. I don't know. Because I have her do other things, not just sales. So,
So yeah.
for example, like coordinating this. That was different work than you're used to.
Yeah.
Yeah. She did great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tagum City
Thank you,
Library.
Tagum.
So our speaker graduated with a marketing and communications degree from one of the top universities in the States, which is University of Minnesota. He was awarded Rookie of the Year as a real estate agent, and his team has always been voted like part of the top 5. And Cinnamon Media, if you check our website, has also been voted top photography company in 2021, 2022, and 2023. He has also successfully flipped and sold hundreds of millions worth of houses as an agent, investor, and wholesaler. So yeah, there's I'm not sure if you're familiar with real estate virtual assistants or real estate agents. So he's the expert on that. So he has experience and he has direct contacts with the real estate agents and even brokers. He has successfully guided and worked alongside Tom McKay and Brandon Mulrennan. So if you're if you want to delve into real estate, you know these people, as well as helping Filipino VAs for over 5 years now, and guiding them through the ropes, grow their skills, and achieve financial freedom, reconnecting them with direct clients. And today, he's here to show you exactly how you can do it too. So get ready to stay engaged and keep your pens moving because the knowledge you're about to gain is the same knowledge that changed my life. And trust me, it's entertaining, practical, and filled with insights you won't find in any textbook. So please help me give a warm welcome to our guest speaker, Julian.
Clap for her. Stop. We're clapping for her, by the way. Don't do that. Okay. So, before we get started, nice to see you. Good morning. Can you tell us, since it's a small group, I just want a little bit of background about what you guys currently do as far as employment, what your journey is, as far as like the VA journey, like where you're at. Well, it doesn't matter if you don't have a portfolio. If you're in the learning phase, you're in the learning phase. That's wonderful. I just need to know who and what crowd I'm speaking to. And since you were here last, you start. Oui? Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I'm Rina Maglasampal. I'm married na, have one child. And as far as ako, ang last trabaho, work is I am cafe attendant. So almost 6 years I am. My job is to encode any passport appointment, online appointments. So that's all. I don't have any experience about being a VA. So wala na ako diri kay I want to learn. That's all.
Okay. Thank you. We'll go around this way.
Good
Yeah.
morning, everyone. So, by the way, my name is Melchin Restar. So, currently, I am a sales agent at MJ. So, if you guys want to get some cars, just so I'm an agent. Before my life journey or my job journey is all about sales. So,
That's great.
yeah,
Do you make a commission?
yes,
Okay, good.
it's all about commission.
It's all about commission.
Yeah.
Yes.
Talk about money.
Yes.
And I have one child and I have a partner in life. So that's why I'm here because I wanted to become a VA, aspirant VA, because I want to work at home and get along with my families and loved ones and make that as well as earn a lot of money, of course.
You wouldn't do it for free.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then you?
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Jenabeth Orton, and recently working as a nurse attendant at Tagum Global Medical Center. And I am actually a nurse attendant, but I am assigned as the leading clerk right now, and also a charging clerk. So my prayer, I wish that one day I could just have a work balance with my family and earning also. So I hope this will be a very good start for us. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yes.
Hi everyone, good morning. My name is Annalyn. I'm a nurse at Gaba Regional Medical Center. I have 3 kids. I'm married. I have a husband who's a teacher in Australia. And I'm still in the learning phase. I really want to be a VA because I want to have financial freedom. I want to have peace of mind. I want to enjoy my life with my kids. I want to have more time with them because my work in the hospital is 12 to 16 hours almost every day. And this is only my, and this is only my day off. And
Two
it's
two
really
hours a
tiring.
day, 16 hours a day.
Yes.
Crazy.
And it's not paid.
Yes.
There's no overtime paid.
She makes 6 figures.
Wow, and that's what I'm hoping
Yeah.
to achieve.
Wow.
That's
So
all.
it's
Thank you.
I have a thank you for sharing that because I'm going to talk all about that about in the middle of the presentation about how many hours it would take to make 6 figures. And I was thinking it's unrealistic working 15 hours a day for 7 days a week. But it sounds like you're already doing that, working 16 hours a day, 6 days a week. That's crazy. Bananas. Okay, thank you for sharing that. You way back there in the red. Angela.
Everyone, my name is Angel Sa. I'm 20 years old and I'm currently working at NB Marketing, selling tank kanang sa kuan ba? LPG.
Oh, okay.
And I'm here to learn what VA do, and that's all. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Kristen Moore. I am married. I currently work at the NB Marketing also at LPG Tank. I have a cousins. Then I have a 1 kid. Then also I don't have more ideas about the VA, so that's why I'm here or I want to learn.
Perfect.
more.
But before you go, do you two get commission on the LPG tanks?
No, sir.
No commission and you're in sales?
Yes po.
Uy, grabe. Okay.
Yes, we work for 8 hours. 8 hours. Yeah,
Ocho.
daily, and no overtime. So that's why we get.
It's like why sell more tanks if you're not gonna make more money? Whereas at MG, you want to sell as many. You,
But
you,
it's so hard to sell cars here.
in the Philippines.
Yeah, it's so hard because
Yeah.
there are lots of disapprovements in the
Yes.
banks.
With the financing.
Yeah, the finance.
Sige. Okay, you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Sir Julian. I'm Donna Shelby Navarro. I'm 32 years of age. I am currently employed here in LGU Tagum City.
LGU.
Yes, sir. And I am a supplementary feeding program focal person in daycare schools here in Tagum. And I am 6 years in service, but I am a job order employee, not yet a regular employee for 6 years. Then before I work here in LGU, I am a formerly sales agent in Ruby Marketing, connected with the LYR group of companies here in Tagum City. I sell appliances
Mm.
and got a commission under in my mother's account. Then I got a job here in LGU.
Mm.
Then I want to pursue my dreams as a VA because of yung time management in working. I work 8 hours every day, but I work in our house to continue my reports.
Mhm.
Then
You take your work home? Uy,
yes, sir.
trabajo.
Yes, work. Then it is not work it sa akong salary as a job order employee for
Wow.
6 years.
Wow.
So I want to pursue this virtual assistant, and that's also
Wow. Wow. Thank you for sharing. Everyone, thank you for sharing. Wow. Okay. So, from what I'm hearing, everyone's looking to make some form of change or transformation so what to expect from today. I'm going to go over the different types of roles and the different types of personalities that fit those roles and the different income earning potential for each of those roles. Okay? So right off the bat, sales, number one. But not everyone's meant for sales, as some of you know, right? It's not for everybody. There's certain personality types. But then again, I mean, you didn't think you were going to like sales because you're kind of introverted. She doesn't like talk a lot, but you guys should watch her live streams. VA Carla.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's out of my comfort zone to talk to a lot of people or talk to people. When I was younger, I was just like stay in my room and read a book or play games. And don't be outside. So I'm really not that social. So.
But now you're a blogger.
You're a vlogger. Social media personality? Yeah, wow. I love that. That's funny. Yeah. I'm going to call her a vlogger now. Thank you. Yeah. Influencer, yeah. So I actually hate social media, and I'm not really on it. That's why I asked her to make some form of social media, SOCMED presence, because I'm not, like, even in the value adders, I will answer questions in the form of a video. If someone has a question, I'll make a video, but you won't see me on there. I don't do that. I'll just send it to her. She'll send me the questions, things like that. So any questions you guys ever have, just put it in the value adders page, and I hope to help you guys. So, but yeah, by the end of this presentation, you guys will have a better idea of the landscape, what clients are looking for when it comes to VAs from the Philippines, because there's just a lot of misconceptions. I do read online, like, you guys just don't really know what direct clients are looking for, and that's why people are constantly being fired. Have you guys seen this? Like VAs will get fired randomly, no job security, just so hopefully I can clear up some misconceptions and help you guys either work with me or get a direct client by yourself and you stay employed with them, yeah. Okay? Okay, so a little bit about me. That's me with hair. No more calvo, no more. Okay, so I don't want to stand behind that. That's so stupid. So this is what I do now. I actually buy up houses that are burned down, that are hoarding houses, and then I fix them and I make them new again. Okay? These are just, that's like one commission check. But how did I get started? How did I start the VA process? Could anybody guess? Well, I was a real estate agent. This is my ex-wife, actually. So this is me when I got started in 2013. And I became Rookie of the Year. I sold the most houses of anybody in the office. And it's weird because I'm so young there. I had hair, I wore earrings, just a much different guy now. I ended up getting a divorce, and I needed to replace my ex-wife. So I started looking at, okay, how do I do that? Because she did all my administrative work, right? She did all my paperwork. She would call clients and set up meetings, things like that. And that's when I stumbled upon, do you guys know who the VA Hub is? The VA Hub? Hub. It's a big agency in Manila. Yeah, yep. So I paid 1 million pesos. No, not 1 million pesos, 100,000 pesos. I paid 1,600 US dollars a month. So I was giving them 100K a month. And I ended up training that VA myself. She was not trained. She was so nice, so I didn't want to fire her because Filipinos are nice and hardworking and nice, even though she did not know what she was doing. She told me that after 6 months, she would actually end up like quitting the VA Hub, and then I would be her direct client. Yep, that's what she said. Well, anyway, she did not end up doing that. So I ended up training this VA for no reason. I ended up paying $1,600 a month for 6 months. Exactly, I know. So then I was like, you know what? I ended up going on onlinejobs.com, and I found somebody from Tagum. She actually no longer works with me, and she has her own job here where they buy and they sell repossessed motors, and then they rent cars. Yeah, so and by the way, I don't want you girls to be VAs for the rest of your life. You should have your own business. You should have, this is the next step. This is the first step in your life. Yep, and then the next step, you want your own ownership, right? Not a sari store. You want your own business. Because if you look at, who are the richest Filipinos? Are they employees? They're the businesswoman, businessman, exactly. So that's what I'm encouraging you. I don't want you to think, oh, I'm going to be a VA for the rest of my life. Because I've been working the graveyard shift, it's difficult. You get sick. Like I have a cough all of a sudden all the time. I don't even know where that came from. Graveyard shift, I don't like it. So I'm also in a mentorship. This guy's name's Tom McKay. He's worth hundreds of billions of dollars in Philippine pesos. And he would buy like a building like this and then fix it up. He owns like giant warehouses, giant buildings. Like this guy is a maniac in real estate, and that's my coach. So I only paid him one time. I don't pay him a month anymore because I'm one of his top students. He uses my testimonial to get more students. So really what I want all of you girls to do, since it's only 7 of you, 7, I'd like to help you girls get jobs, whether it's with me or not, and I want you to give a testimonial to the other Filipinos that it's real, it's not a scam. Why is it free? The reason why it's free is because hopefully you work for my agency. So I can, and by the way, I will only ever take $2. So I will always try to get you the highest possible wage. So if I make $11, like if she sells to a direct client saying, okay, it's $11 an hour, 40 hours a week, you get 9. We'll only take 2. The VA Hub, do you know how much she was making? I was being charged $9.91 an hour for 40 hours a week. She was making how much? How much do you think she was making out of that $9.91? $3.50. Yep. Doesn't make sense to me. I felt it was very unfair. I ended up training her. And during that time, I just realized this isn't for me. This is no longer for me. I want to go to onlinejobs.com. And by the way, at the end, I'm going to talk to you guys about where you can find a job yourself. Where do Americans hang out online? We know where Filipinos do. Filipinos are on Facebook. We know that. They love Facebook. Love it. Yeah. So that's a little bit about me. Right now, if you work for me, you're going to be calling up people. No. So Cinnamon is actually my marketing company. That's why I have all this gear. That's why I have that camera. That's why I have this camera. It's very expensive equipment, but I actually don't do that. I have photographers back in the States that work for me. I don't do that anymore. It's just something I own, and she actually does most of the operations right now. So she's my operations manager and my top salesperson at Cinnamon. So she's your role is executive virtual assistant. We're going to talk about roles next. Well, not next. So I heard, yeah, we are going to talk about roles next, actually. But I like this, actually. So if you work for me, and by the way, if you work for any employer, it doesn't have to be me, you need to have these things, these boxes checked, okay? You need performance. You could take a picture of this if you want, but it's important to have these things, right? Professional training. You need a full-time job, right? You need annual pay increases, okay? No more riding. There's no jeepneys in Tagum, maybe a few, but I made that a while ago because I was in Davao when I made that. Yeah, avoid commuting, because when someone says I work for 16 hours a day, I'm guessing you're not including your commute time, right? The time getting ready. So you're spending 18 hours of your day that you'll never get back, ever. Whereas she wears a duster to work. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, you should be able to, there's going to be employers that watch, they do this thing, it's called time tracking, and they sit there and they want you to have your webcam on. Avoid these employers. Avoid them. It's a red flag. That's too much control, and they look at you more like a slave. Yeah, time tracker. You should be working for results, right? If you say, oh, I'm going to build your website, well, you should be showing your employer what stages and what progress that you're making. That should be enough. It shouldn't be, I need to watch your mouse, I need to watch your face all day long. That's weird, right? Yeah, it's creepy. And if your company's not growing with the current landscape, like for example, I taught all of my VAs about AI, and we utilize AI every day. If you work for an employer that's not, if they go, oh, AI is a scam, cryptocurrency is a scam, and they don't believe in things that are actually occurring, you got to get out of there. Because what's going to happen is their business is going to get passed by other businesses, and you're going to be out of a job very, very shortly because they're not going to be able to compete. Would you agree with that?
Yeah,
They get left behind, yeah. And then, yeah, one of the other benefits is you should be able to control your calendar. If you only want to work 2 hours a day, do I ever tell you how long you should work? But I do give you projects. And I say, it needs to get done by this day. Figure it out.
Sometimes I only work 1 hour.
You can check sometimes you work 4 or 5 too. So it balances out. It balances out. And then, yeah, with all of this, you get to enjoy more personal time. But every single VA is going to be doing something different, right? So I'm going to ask, what types of VAs do you think exist in real estate? There's 4 main ones. Sales, that's one. Yep. What do you think? No idea? Yeah, yes. Okay, perfect. Marketing. No, that'd be marketing and sales. And then you said general admin. Okay. And then what is she? She's the final one. The executive. Executive, where she actually works directly underneath me. Yep. So a lot of times, so like my other VAs, they report to a Filipina. They don't ever even talk to me. I don't know them. I do know them. I train them. But really, the only person that I talk to is that one right there. Not really. I do talk to my VAs, but I try to keep a layer of I want them to directly report to her because Filipinos typically respond better when they're talking to Filipinos. Because all of our VAs are from Mindanao, so they speak Bisaya. She speaks all the languages, right? She speaks Mexican. It's Spanish. Yes, yeah. Bisaya. I speak Spanish, so yeah. And I'm not Filipino. I'm Puerto Rican, so just get that out of the way. So let's talk about, first and foremost, general virtual assistant. That is what everyone here would probably be qualified to do, okay? So we're going to just jump right into it. General virtual assistant. What do we think a general virtual assistant does? Yes. So this is how much you can expect to make as well. If you're working full-time as a general VA, starting, you make $4 USD an hour, which translates to around 37,120 pesos a month. There's no performance bonuses. It's a fixed salary. You make that no matter what. If you want to make 100,000 Philippine pesos in a month, it'll take you 431 hours, which it's equivalent to 15 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's too much. That sounds like your work schedule. Too much. So what do we think that VAs who are general VAs do? What do they do? Take a guess. Support what and what form? Kind of. So a general VA, they do things like data entry, right? They do research. What's that?
Resource person.
Yes. They manage the calendar. Okay. Do you guys know what a CRM is?
Customer rep,
M. So it stands for Customer Relationship Management. And it's a tool that, like, for example, if someone were to come into your, at GM, right? It's GM, right? MG. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So somebody comes into MG. Do you guys take down their name?
Yes, sir. We gather their information, basic information.
Where do you put that information?
I put in my itinerary. Each of us has an itinerary, so we put them the references so we can get backtrack on them.
Bingo. That is also what a general virtual assistant is in control of. So if someone comes to my website and they fill out information, well, the VA would then take that information and put it into our CRM. Yeah. Okay. I don't know why. Okay. I actually want to back up really quick. I'm jumping ahead of myself. These are some of my VAs right now. You know them? Oh, this.
Shows the most flattering.
So beautiful. Guapa. This is in Tagum. This is in Manila. You've been here? Migs? Her? Yeah, that's Mercy. Yep. And we wore the same shirt. She's in Butuan. Where's Lovely? Nucorilia. And she's in Iloilo. Or Ilanga. Iligan. Iloilo. No. And she's in Tagum. You guys know her. These are just some of the VAs. This is just a paycheck. This is from Charm, who is her right here. And her and her husband now run their own business. She was making 100,000. She made over 1 million pesos last year. Yeah, that's why she started her own business. I paid for her wedding. She was able to get married. She had a kid. They started their own business. And that's what I always want for my VAs. We're still friends to this day. I don't want to steal people for their lives. I don't know why people. I hope you don't take this wrong, but I don't know why people want to be a VA for the rest of their lives. I'm telling you, the graveyard shift is too much. So you should just be trying to work hard to get yourself free from the slave that is, I mean, I tell her all the time, she's trying to start her own business, right? I want to fire her in the good way. Like, I want her to get your own business. But anyway, so the importance of a VA role, whether it's general virtual assistant, whether it's marketing, whether it's sales, whether it's executive virtual assistant, the VA is the bedrock to the business, okay? So just like I said to you, the reason why I even got into VAs is because I got a divorce and I needed help. I needed help. So a lot of direct clients will try to make it seem like they'll try to pay you as little as possible. But one thing you really need to understand is they need you. Without you, their business fails. It fails. Whether or not they don't get sales. Sorry, I thought she was coming in. But yeah, your business, if you're in the States, they need a VA, because without a VA, everything just goes. But I want to jump to here. Has anybody ever heard of a DISC assessment? So this is probably the most important slide. I would take a picture of this for sure. And this talks about personality types. After, she'll reach out to you and we'll send you guys over a DISC. It's a DISC assessment. And they ask you a series of questions and you can kind of figure out what type of person that you are. I'm sure you already have an idea of who you are, right? But yeah. So anyway, let's just quickly talk about it and then we'll move on how these personality traits apply to which role, okay? Because again, like I said, sales does make the most money, but not everybody's equipped to be a salesperson. Really, some people, you can make quite a bit of money as a marketing person as well. If you like to do a non-voice role, that's the highest non-voice role. You can make 6 figures for sure, right?
Yeah.
Doing side jobs though, you'd probably make like 50, 60,000, and then you could build websites, things like that on the side. And you wouldn't be working 15 hours a day. You'd be working closer to 8, maybe 10, but only for a time. Because again, your ultimate goal as a VA is to not be a VA, right? You want to become a VA, make a bunch of USD, and then start your own thing. Really, right? And travel, and buy a house, get married, a farm. Yeah, that's what you're going to buy a farm. A beach house and a farm. Sign me up. Okay, so no one here has heard about DISC assessment. What are you on this? Do you remember your DISC assessment? I think you're INS. So the D stands for dominance, okay? So I'm a high D and a high I. So that's my score, is D and I. So D stands for dominance. They're very direct. They're decisive. They're results driven, okay? They know what they want. They just go after it. I've always been that way. They're natural leaders. Why can't I scroll? Okay. So there are weaknesses in everything I just said. I know it sounds like, oh, being direct, being decisive, being assertive, being results-oriented, that's great. Well, actually, I have impatient problems. Like, I want things done now. Now. We need to do it now. That's why I said no more mañana mentality. Why do you not have that? It's like, yeah, like to me, like, that's crazy that you don't have a portfolio. Like, how bad do you really want to be a VA, but you don't have a portfolio? That's how I think, which is a weakness because it can come across as being a little bit, it might seem like I'm an asshole, right? But I'm not. I want things done. I want to get things done, which you've experienced. I want it now. Not always good, but it does get results. So there's a balance. I should be a little bit less like that. Let's see here. So an ideal workplace for somebody like me is an environment where I can be competitive, right? That's why I love sales. I want to outsell everybody here. I want to sell the most. At your job at MG, do you guys have competitions?
Yes, sir.
Do you get rewards for being the top?
Yes, sir.
That's exactly right. Yep, yes. Yep, we have that too. We actually give a $500 bonus to the top salesperson every month. 500 USD, not pesos. So, all right, let's talk about influence. Not like that kind of influence either. Not influencer. But really, honestly, influencer, it's a good term because these people are sociable. Oh, no, I thought about the whiteboard, but it doesn't move. And then has to be fixed. I thought about it. So we're just gonna have to look. I'm very illustrative, by the way. I like to draw things out, so I feel a little bit contained right now. But let me just talk. No, it doesn't move. Nothing moves. It's fixed, unfortunately. It's fine. It's fine. So yeah, an influencer is somebody who's outgoing, they're persuasive, they're enthusiastic, they're sociable. They're the people you see on TikTok. That's why they're called influencers, really. Because, by the way, I don't like TikTok. I don't like Facebook. I don't like to do videos about myself. I like to create educational stuff and pass it on. That's what I like to do. That's the only time that you'll see me, unless I'm getting paid to take photos or videos, right? I used to shoot weddings. I used to do like big weddings. And I just don't really like to get paid to use my camera. I like it as a hobby. But these influencers, they've figured out a way to make quite a bit of money just being sociable on SOCMED, right? As you guys call it, SOCMED. We don't call it that. We call it social media. Some potential weaknesses that people who are high influential personalities, they're really bad at being detail-oriented. They're not organized people, right? Right. They're not reliable. Do you have any friends that has a million friends? Do you guys have a friend that you know that has 1,000 friends? Do you know anybody like that? If you set a plan with them, they're probably going to cancel, right? Yeah, that's an influencer. They go, yeah, everyone knows that person. But what they're really motivated by is social recognition, right? How many likes did I get on my photo today? How many views did I get on my video? That's what they care about. They like validation. And they require a lot of interaction from people. Okay, let's move on to steadiness, the green one. Is green verde?
Yeah.
Verde, wow. Verde? Okay, so somebody who's steady is almost the exact opposite of somebody who's influential. Steady is what you should be looking for when you're looking to get married. Somebody who's consistent, somebody who shows up every single day, they're reliable, they're patient, right? They're not like me where I'm like, now, like that's, but I'm also steady as well. And more team-oriented and empathetic, where they can understand where people are coming from. These are really good traits. But a weakness that people who are steady is they're not open to being flexible and they're not open to change. They like things to stay the same forever, which is not good for sales environment, right? Because things change. Somebody might want to come in and, oh, I want to buy this. Guess what happens? You try to get them approved for financing. It's no. Now you have to figure out, you have to change your methods. I want to talk to you a little bit about your pre-qualification, like how, because we don't just talk to everybody on our sales when we're making sales calls. We actually have, Carla, would you agree? We have a massive filtering system where we don't talk to people unless they're worth millions and millions of pesos. Like we only talk to rich people basically. Yeah, people who have money. So we never run into the issue of non-payment. Well, she almost missed out on, was it $600?
Yes, $600. She said that it's free, but it's not free.
Yeah. So I had to call and I got her money though.
Yes.
That was crazy.
Yes, yeah.
We should talk more about that later when we get into the ISA roles. So ideal workplace for somebody who's steady is something like a general virtual assistant, something where there's a predictable environment. Sales is not ideal. As I said, the environment and landscape of sales is always changing. Always. You girls know that at LPG, right? Yeah. Do you guys ever have slow weeks or months where it's, yeah. And sometimes it's so busy, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about C, conscientious. Conscientious, do we know what that word is? conscious, very aware, right? Super aware. They're analytical. They like data. Yeah, they love the data. So like this is what would be really good for like social media management. Like they're kind of the opposite of an influencer. An influencer, they get validation from the views. These people, they want to figure out strategy to grow. They want to go, how do we get more views? So they're the ones who are thinking of how do we go viral, or how do we get people to watch our content more? How do we get them to watch it longer? How do we get them to buy our products, right? This is more important to a bit. Actually, all four are important to a business. It just matters where. You don't want to put somebody who doesn't fit in a certain role in a role that they don't fit in. It just doesn't, it's not good for them. They're going to quit. They're going to be burnt out. They're not going to be happy. And then that's going to, yeah, it's just not good for anybody. But anyway, some weaknesses of somebody who's conscientious is they struggle to make quick decisions. She's like that. That's you. No, you're fine. You're texting people. But when it comes to making quick decisions, like me, I'll make a decision right there. It might take you 2 days to make the same decision, right? Am I wrong? You go, yeah, I thought about it. You were right. And I'm like, it took you 2 days to figure that out? 2 days? But that's why I hired her. We're complete opposite. And you need opposites. You're married. Are you the same as your husband?
No.
Opposite.
Yes.
Who else is married? Okay, wow, the whole row is married. Are you the, yeah. Are you and your husband the same?
No.
Right, otherwise it wouldn't work.
He is a joker.
A joker.
Then I'm a serious
And you're,
client.
yes. How about you?
I'm a talkative and he's very introverted.
Oh, you're a yapper. Yeah, okay. Exactly.
But I'm not a nagger.
How about you? Same thing?
Yeah, my husband is so quiet.
I told you that's how men are.
Yeah.
Men don't talk. Yeah. And how about you? Opposite, exactly. Opposite attracts. Yes. Positive, negative. Yes. So that's how you should be looking at. When I asked you girls, what, like, you want to be a VA, right? It's like, okay, well, what kind of VA, and for who? Who are you working for? If they're the exact same as you, yeah, it's fine. You really want to be working for somebody that complements who you are, right? That you fill in. Again, I told you the reason why I got into VA work is because I needed somebody who was steady, reliable, just like my ex-wife was, right? Because again, her and I, we were opposites. That's why we attracted. Unfortunately, things just don't work out. In America, we can get divorced. You guys have annulment here, and in a weird divorce process that it sounds like it's changing, but divorce isn't good or bad. You just should never be in a relationship that doesn't work for you. But we're not going to get into that today. Yeah. If you're unhappy, figure it out. And if you have kids, you should probably stay together some form. You know, figure out a way to raise them. But I'm not going to. This has all of the wages, by the way, and all of the roles. So we already talked about what kind of roles. Or no, we're going to now talk about what each of these roles do. So what does a general VA do? What does a marketing VA do? Executive VA, and then a sales VA. Okay? And that's a Philippine 1,000 peso. There you go. That's the new ones, the shiny ones. Okay. So the very first thing that I want to just point out is I know that that's the most important thing for a lot of people is the money, right? So as a general VA, you're going to make around just a little bit less than 40K. As a marketing VA, just under 50K. Executive VA, a little bit more than 50K. And then as a sales VA, your base income is the same as a marketing VA, but you get bonuses for every deal that you close. So in my case, they get around $500 US per contract. So when we sign a contract, they get $250. When the contract closes, they get the other $250. Okay? So if you sign, I think it's just less than 8 total. So 4 signed, 4 closed. You actually make more than 110, but that's just if you hit your numbers, which is 7.5 in a month. You'd expect to make 110,000 and you'd make 156,000 pesos. Working, this to me is the most important thing. Hours to reach 100,000 Philippine pesos. If you're a general VA, it's going to take you 431 hours to reach 6 figures. Okay? If you're a marketing VA, it's going to take 345 hours. And if you're executive VA, 288 hours. And then if you're someone like her, it takes her, I mean, really, she's like 64 hours. 128 hours is what it takes you, about.
Yeah, because we only like one transaction.
Louder.
Like one transaction is minimum 200.
Yeah, with 250 about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
$250.
to her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a sales background, and I know that sales is the number one thing for every business. If sales don't come into the business, again, I asked you if you guys have slow weeks. There should never be a slow week in a business because they should have sales, marketing. There should always be, unless the economy is really, really bad. But sales is what drives a lot of businesses. Actually, it drives all businesses, every single one, every single one. Not restaurants though. Restaurants, it's typically offers. That's why like in the Philippines, you'll see only rice, right? That's an offer.
Different
Strategy, yeah, that's more marketing. Yep. So anyway, let's talk about the different roles and responsibilities since you now know what they all make. So general VA, they ensure that the CRM is updated. They do research, calendar management, email management. I said research already. And people who are good in high S, so steady, and high C, conscientiousness. That is good for general VA. That's who that role fits. And typically, you get, like I said, you get paid anywhere from 20 to 30,000 pesos, ranging from $3 to $4 US an hour. And it max out at like maybe $6 an hour. Don't ever expect to make more than $6 US an hour as a general virtual assistant. Really. I've never seen it higher. So, I have to go to the bathroom so bad. Asa ang CR? Can you take over for like 2 minutes? You don't have to do this, just talk to them. Okay, I'm so sorry. Thank you for your patience. Oh my goodness, no, it's fine. I just gotta go pee. Thank you. Sorry. What did we discuss?
They need help in making their portfolio.
We can do that. We can help make it. So I'm guessing a lot of you want to be marketing VAs? Or what kind of VAs? You want to be a general VA. What excites you about general VA?
Because in my work today, right now, I do email, calendar, about admin tasks.
After, you should write this down. We'll send her all the things she needs to learn to be a general VA. Very simple stuff, honestly. Yeah. In fact, I don't even teach it. I send people directly. So, do you use Google or what kind of? Okay. So if you become Google certified, people will hire you like that. Because you don't need to have good English. You can have your accent can be really Filipino. None of that matters when we're talking general virtual assistant. So we'll send her over the HubSpot, the Meta Suite, and then the Google courses. Okay? Get her name down. Do you have it? Donna. Yes. So what excites the rest of you girls? So you like marketing VA. We haven't even gone over it yet, but it excites you. I like that. How about you?
Last time I applied as general VA, but
Okay.
I want to learn more the four of them.
Okay, perfect.
Fit wherever
Yeah.
I fit.
And I want everyone after this to send your DISC assessment. We'll send you a DISC assessment, and I want you to actually take it and take it seriously. Because if they go, oh, you'd be good in sales, try it. I mean, Lovely is amazing at sales, but she's not. I mean, even you're amazing at sales, but you wouldn't typically think you'd be a good salesperson because you're like all of their husbands. You're quiet. Oui? Except for she's kind of a yapper sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, but really, but you mentioned earlier, right, that you want financial and time freedom. So you can, like for me, looking at what Julian presented, so you can get it from doing sales.
But keep in mind, she's an executive virtual assistant. I didn't put this up here. I didn't put that as an executive virtual assistant that you can make commission because it's not typical. That's just how I structure my business. She makes the same commission my sales reps make. So she gets paid high salary as my executive assistant, but then on top of that, sales commissions. But not everyone does that. So some people, they just pay high salary. And usually it tops out around $20 US as a executive virtual assistant. It starts around $7 or $8, but it goes up fast. It should go up about the first 30 days. It should go up $1. So whenever you're getting employed by a foreign person, you should always have an upfront contract. And this is something we've seen. How many VAs have we seen and we talked to where they just have the same salary for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years? Yeah, there's no improvement. What you should be doing is saying, hey, in the first 30 days, I want a performance analysis. Because in the US, that's what we do. Yeah, right away. You hire me for cheap, really, really, really cheap. I show you what I can do, and then we adjust my rate based on how well I do. What it does is it removes the risk of employing somebody who's a liar. Because a lot of people, they lie about their height, they lie about how much do you weigh? They lie about their weight, their age, and their resume. What skills do they have? Every VA I've ever interviewed, oh, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. Fake it till you make it it's in the Philippine culture. I don't know why. It really is. And that's the one thing that we've.
So because Philippines has high standard, they make 3 months training, then after 3 months they will decide if you are officially hired or you are not.
3 months?
Yes.
Probationary, yes. So we do a 30-day probation. But you still get paid. But I don't know if you guys are aware of this. So, we have a podcast too that they can listen to. It's in English. And she's my co-host. We had an episode all about Filipino scams and American scams. Because there's Americans that scam Filipinos. They don't pay them their money. you got to be real careful if you're a marketing VA and you send over marketing work. You got to make sure that you get paid for your efforts, right? Because we have a photo editor. We pay her every single time. But I do know that she gets concerned about getting payment because she's been scammed in the past. So, yeah, there's scams on both sides. So the biggest scam that I see from Filipinos is they lie about what work they can do. And then they do this thing, they go through the training and then they get paid and then they quit. Yeah. Yeah. You saw on Facebook, what was the story? A girl asking if she should, her friend makes a lot of money.
Yes.
Louder.
Her friend, I think she's an experienced virtual assistant. So what she does is she does training and then hop from one job to another. So basically, she just gets the money and then quit. Really. So that girl, she was asking like, oh, I'm getting tired being a VA. So maybe I should follow my friend. Like, yeah, just like take the training and get the payment and then and then transfer to another. So,
Yeah.
So then a lot of Filipino VAs were reacting because it's not it's not a good representative of Filipinos.
Yeah.
We are hardworking, right? So,
The hardest, yeah.
so yes.
But then you have that one sliver of scammers.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not good.
So I guess with also what Julian was saying about fake it until you make it, I guess it's okay as long as like you also upskill, like study. Yes. Because it doesn't really mean that you have to have like actual experience, like actual work experience. You can like study the skills that needs to be that's needed in the job. So to some people, like they really fake, like they don't study. Like they say that, oh, I know Photoshop. They don't really know Photoshop. Yeah, so you can like say you know Photoshop, but you don't have experience. So it's different. Like you know Photoshop, but you don't really have any
Yeah.
like knowledge about it. So yeah, so that's what other.
Thank you for saying that, by the way. That's a good point. Because I fake it till I make it, and then I realize, okay, I got to do some studying.
Yeah.
So in my off time, I'm studying.
Yes.
Because guess what? We all don't know everything. We don't. So, and also if you're going to have an employer, make sure that they're patient. Okay? If you say, hey, I don't know that, but I know how to figure it out. I'll do some research. If they're like, you don't know everything, like that's unreasonable. Red flag. We'll talk all about red flags with employers later. But quickly, let's just talk about social media management. So again, it's things like Photoshop. It's things like knowing how to edit videos, right? It could be even CapCut. We all know what CapCut is here. Filipinos. Canva, that's popular right now, yep. That's what you use quite often, Canva. Yeah. I use Photoshop. I don't know how to use Canva. But yeah, also content creation or content calendar schedules. So when to post, what to post, coming up with what is the text, what is the video or the picture, engaging with people online, right? Sending direct messages to future clients, things like that. Let's see here. Yeah, tracking likes, comments, and then analyzing the data. Graphic design, like we already talked about through Canva. And then really, so I've hired a social media manager in the past. And the biggest difference that I see between American and Filipino is a Filipino wants you to tell them what to do. Where an American will just create it. They'll go, oh, this is what we're going to do. This needs to happen in order for us to get this, this, and this. Because guess what? If someone hires you, it's likely they don't have experience and they don't know anything about. Like, I don't know anything about social media. If I were to hire you as my social media person, you tell me what to do. I'm hiring you. If you wanted me to tell you what to do, why do I even need to hire you? Like, you're supposed to be the expert on social media, not the employer. Maybe you ask questions and say, what direction do we want to go? Yeah, but outside of that, I don't care. Get it done. Just get it done. So, and a lot of times what we do in America is, and this is something that Filipinos should be so good at, is copying. We look at what other people are doing. We don't copy it directly. it's called rip off, R&R. Rip off, and then we repeat. But we do a thing, it's, we just improve it. We improve it. So we find elements from one social media person, another, and then we make it our own into one big conglomerate that works for our business. So something to keep in mind if you get hired as a SOC Med manager, don't just say, what should I do? Tell them what you think they should do based on your own research within that field. Say, oh, I've looked at the top 20 performing social media pages. We need to start creating campaigns like this. We need to do giveaways like this. We need to post to our story. We need to do this, this, and this. So, something to keep in mind. So, people who perform really well, they're high I's, obviously influencers, SOCMED, and then people who are D, high D, right, dominant, right, they're results driven. So they're not really analytical people as much as they're trying to have strategy about how to get more likes, how to get more followers, how to get more engagement. So, oh, and they have high creativity. People with high creativity do extremely well. We already went over the earning potential. So we don't really need to talk about that since it is, you can see my cursor. Yeah, since it's already here. Yeah, that's the base. Oh no, this is the base. Are you singing? Yeah. By the way, that's what I was going to say. Filipinos are good at copying because you guys, it's a karaoke culture. You guys sing so much, you sing other people's songs. Yeah, like there's a guy who's even on Journey. He's Filipino. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yes. Yeah. In America, that's illegal to copy. It's called plagiarism. And you go to jail. Yeah, so we all try to be original. But again, if you copy from 5 people, that's still original. So that's why we copy from many, many people. All right, executive virtual assistant. So a person who's really good at executive virtual assistant personality type would be somebody who is high C, which is conscientiousness, and then D, dominance. So does anybody know what emotional intelligence is? EQ, have we heard of EQ? Being in touch with your emotions and understanding other people's emotions. Women typically are higher EQ than men. Yeah, almost always, unless that man was raised by a single mother. Then men are typically higher than women. Interesting, right? Yeah, it's weird. Don't know how or why that works, but they start to take on characteristics of a mother or a woman as a man. But things that you would be doing is project management. So for example, she coordinated all of this. I didn't do anything. I just showed up and she put this all together. That was her job. I didn't care how she did it, but she did it. She posted online. She connected with Bisaya BA. She connected with, what else did you do? You posted all around the city, posters? Schools, restaurants, yeah, cafe, yeah. She also does a lot of research and analysis. So I'll ask her a question. I say, what's going on in this area? And she'll come back to me and say, okay, this is what I found. Because sometimes I don't have the time. I'm negotiating deals. I'm coordinating my own projects that she's not involved in. But yeah, I send her on little quests, and she's reliable. And she's very, very aware of what needs to get done without asking a lot of questions. She does ask clarifying questions. Maybe she doesn't understand. But outside of that, she doesn't need much guidance. She just does it. She just goes. She's very driven. So look at her. She doesn't even need me to tell her. She's texting all the next people right now, right? Yeah, I know that's what you're doing. Yeah, that's great. She doesn't need me to tell, hey, text everybody so we can have a bigger audience next time. Yeah, she's just doing it. You guys are probably wondering what these are, okay? These are funnels. So right now, you guys are in our funnel, right? We made you guys aware, you guys are interested, and now you're in the decision-making process, okay? You're deciding what part of this excites you, what part do you see yourself in? And then at this point, like you're in Bisaya VA's his education program. So you already are taking action. Exactly. So you're in the action phase. This right here is an email sequence. Like, so she sets up, this is crazy. We're going to talk about AI in like 3 slides. Tell them about what you do now with email through ChatGPT, through AI.
Yes.
Stand up.
Before, I do manual. Like, I do have a template because you can make a template in Gmail, right? When you do email.
So she would send the first email,
Yes.
right? Wait a day,
Yeah.
and then send the next one.
Yes.
Now what do you do?
So what I do right now is I like through the help of ChatGPT, gave me it gave he
They, them.
yeah, it gave me instruction on how to make a code. So I can send multiple emails to different people, customize name with name, and yeah, I think yeah. But did you receive my email? Yeah. Did you feel special because I mentioned your name? Yeah. So that's actually with the help of AI. So that's how I.
I
Yeah.
thought you said us manually.
That's good.
Yeah, that's with the help of
Daddy
AI.
G. She calls him Daddy GPT.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
why.
so it's really cool. I don't really like have a background not into computer or something like coding, but with the help of AI, I was able to make a code. ChatGPT. So yeah, so that's how I did it. So thank you, Daddy GPT.
That's real. I didn't even ask her to do it. She just did it.
Yeah, it's one of the
This thing broke.
It's not
It's okay. We'll figure it out. All right, ignore me. All right. So that's what she does. She goes on these little projects. She figures it out. I don't have to ask her anything. She just does it. She does it all wonderfully. But she also knows everything that the GVA can do. So she's Google and Facebook certified and HubSpot certified. And then the only thing she does not do at all is content creation. She's been expressing interest. You said you want to learn video editing. But we haven't gotten to that. We just haven't had time. Photo editing, we have our own photo and video editors already. They're in the Philippines. Where is Rena? Cebu. Wow. Okay. So yeah, if you're an executive virtual assistant, you're going to need to know GVA and ISA roles. That's what it is. So she does sales, and then she does all the other stuff that a GVA does. Plus, she's more reliable. So, yep. And you can expect to make, again, over 6 figures if you add the sales component with the sales bonuses. Okay? So in her downtime, she'll basically be doing projects for me, and then when she's not working, that's why she goes, I only work 2 hours a day. She's talking about that. I will give her projects, and then she'll work 2 hours doing sales. And that's what she records on her YouTube and puts it in the she'll put that in the value adders page going forward. Because I don't think you've done that in the past, right? So they can watch. They can watch you how easy it is. Yeah, watch it. You just had a deal for $700, right?
Yes.
700 USD.
Yeah, from a property management company.
Yeah, the Cross Lake, yeah.
Cross Lake Studio. So they have a commercial building, and then they wanted to take photos of their 7 units. So yeah, she asked the code. So yeah, it's $700. Wow.
Good job. Very, very good.
For teaching me how.
Hey.
We call it sana all.
Sana all. What is sana all?
I hope I hope it can be me too, something like that.
Oy, okay. Yeah. Sana all. Okay, and then obviously let's get into sales. What does a sales VA do? We already know. They do sales, but it's not so much sales. So you actually need a process. And that's what I teach. I teach the process. So she will do the initial point of contact, and then she puts it into the CRM, the relationship manager. And then we have strategies on how we follow up with them. It could be via email, it could be through text, it could through another follow-up phone call, things like that. So we actually even follow up by following them on SocMed, sending them a DM. So it's like we want to hit them from every strategic point that makes sense for that lead. Because every single person needs to be treated differently, right? So, and what she's really good at, this is why she's good at sales. Everybody, and charm. Her and charm are, I've never seen anybody better at that than these two girls, is nurturing the relationship. So after we get a sale, she reaches out to them. She sees how their kids are doing. Like, how many people you've like cried on the phone talking to people about their wives or husbands dying, or my dad's in the hospital, or I just had a baby, and she gets really emotional. Like, and they build relationships over time. Like, you consider a lot of your clients your friends. I know that. I don't consider my clients my friends. Yeah. Yes. She has a better relationship than my employees back in the States. She just talks to them about their lives, and that's what people buy from people they know, that they like, and they trust, okay? If somebody comes up and they're trying to, it's like if a guy hits on you, right? And you're like, you're scammy, you're weird. It's the same thing in sales, right? You have to be approachable, you have to be kind, you have to be warm, nice, available. Some people just aren't available, so you shouldn't be talking to them in certain ways, because you talk to a lot of people who have existing relationships that they go, no, I'm not in the market to buy. And what do? You say, okay, bye. If we can't help them, we don't sell to them. Whereas like if you tell a guy, I'm married, he goes, oh, I don't care if you're married, girl. Oh my, you know what I mean? Like, we've all dealt with that. Really, it's a thing. I've heard it's a big thing in the Philippines, so yeah. And the US. That's why we have high divorce rates. 70%. 70%. So again, they do initial outreach, send text messages, send DMs, send emails. And they qualify the leads. So when someone comes into your workplace, do you qualify them?
No, not
You don't. She qualifies them and asks all these really deep questions right away to know if they're a fit. If they're not a fit, we don't work with them. Because why would I sell? Did you bring enough for everybody? We? Just kidding. She has candy for you, but you can't eat it here, I guess. So yeah, qualifying.
want to ask questions.
What kind of work do you do, or what kind of But you don't say, how much money do you have?
No, we don't.
Yeah.
We ask them indirectly.
Yeah, exactly. Indirect questions. And again, like I said, scheduling appointments, managing the CRM, and then building rapport. Because without people liking you and do you need a tissue? You're okay? Oh, you have it. Okay. Without building rapport, no one's going to continue to buy from you. They're going to use you one time. That's like if a guy talks to you and he tries to have a one-night stand with you. You know what I mean? And yeah, we're not going to talk about that. But anyway, if you really want to be with somebody, it's about developing a relationship, an ongoing, reoccurring event, not something that happens one time at a bar because you were drunk. You know what I mean? You don't want to get lucky. You want to be steady, right? You want to date to marry. You want to sell to marry. Okay? All right. So people who do really well in this role are high D and high I. So she's an influential person. She's a vlogger now, so it makes sense. But you know what makes her good and why she's good as ISA? I met her playing football. Very competitive. Complete opposite person than you see today when she's playing football. Tell them, how many times have you been MVP? Mythical 6.
Several times.
Many, many times. And then you got invited to Malaysia, the world team. Very competitive girl right here.
I was supposed to go to China twice but again.
Busog or buntis? Yes. Busog is full, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, if you're a highly competitive person and you like to compete, right? Sales is where it's at. But the thing about sales, and we're going to talk about misconceptions about sales in about 3 slides. It's always 3 slides. Is it's a process. Sales is not easy, but it's really simple. But sales also is not for everybody. It's not about convincing. It's not about like, oh, what up, girl? Like, it's not about that. It's about we have a solution. So, for example, when people come into your work and they want to buy, what is their problem that you're solving?
And the first thing that we face there is their income.
No. But why are they buying in the first place?
Already why? Because they needed it.
They need it. Are you sure?
They needed it.
They want it. People buy emotionally and then they justify logically. Right? I'm not going to ask this question, but we've all been with somebody that maybe they were beautiful, but then, or maybe they were ugly. I don't know. But you wanted it emotionally. Oh, food is a better example. Sometimes, like, I have a problem with food. I like to eat food. I'm like, oh man, I want a Jollibee, double spice right now. I want a spicy tuna right now. The tuna, what is it? It's a spicy tuna pie, right? Tuna. I don't know. Does anybody like that? Is it just me? It's so good. Why does nobody like that? Nobody likes it. Oh, they do like it. They do like it.
Okay, like some of them.
Okay, who likes like donuts or panaderia or Jayco? Jayco. Sweet peach mango pie. Yes. Or the ube pie, or the sundaes. Yes. So that's why you see advertisements with those delicious looking, pictures, because it gets you emotionally, and then you eat it, and then you justify it later logically. It's always an emotional driven decision. Okay. Always. Everyone buys emotionally. So when people come in, they're buying cars, right? They want to look cool. They want to have a new car.
Sometimes they want to have girlfriends.
Exactly. That is exactly why I used to say I would be driving the worst car. I drive a really cool car. You've seen it. It's a very, very cool car. I wouldn't do that if girls like that stuff. I don't know why girls do, but that's why I drive it. Is to get the ladies. It's exactly why. Yeah. If it was just me and girls didn't exist, I would be driving like a scooter or something, like nothing, yeah. So people justify, that's why people, the problem that you're solving for them is to feed their ego. Now you're selling a product, right? They have low tank, right? You're selling a commodity. It's a little bit different than what you sell. In fact, it's opposite. Yeah. What we sell is a little bit in the middle. So we sell, we're not going to talk about houses today. At Cinnamon Media, we sell media packages. So a lot of real estate agents, what they want is they want to look cool. I want to be the coolest agent ever. I want to have the best photos, best videos, best blah, 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 best website. Because they want to impress their clients. But at the same time, they also have a need the same way you have a need, or your clients have needs when they come in to get LPG, right? It's LPG?
Yes.
Liquid propane gas, is that what it stands for? Okay, all right. Let me ask you this. Do you guys have a contact relationship tool where when someone comes in, you take down their email, phone, and name? You do. Do you follow up with them monthly?
Yes, sir.
You do.
Yeah.
When you think that their tank is going to be empty? Okay.
We follow up the customers if the tank is already done.
Yeah.
Or it's totally empty.
Yeah.
Then we buy sale again.
Yeah. Do you offer discounts to
Yeah.
past clients?
Yes, sir.
Exactly. We do as well.
Free delivery in our stores.
Wonderful. That's an offer. That's like only rice. Yeah, that's the only rice. Strategy, exactly. And we have those strategies too in all of my businesses. So you have to think about what's going to keep the customer, not just a one-night stand, right? How can we fall in love? And that's how you fall in love. Free delivery. In your case, it would be like they have a lot of sales during like holidays.
Yeah.
Burr sales, right? Yeah, promos, exactly, yes. So,
Zero down payment.
0 down, 1 piso payment or like Cebu Airlines.
Zero down payment.
Yeah.
And
What-
free 2 months free amortization.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. We offer that.
Yeah. Or gas. We'll fill up a tank.
5-liter of gas.
Exactly. Yeah, I see it. I watch. Yeah. Okay, great. So we know what an ISA does, marketing, GVA, and EVA. So this is also important. Don't take a picture of this. The next slide will be more important. But let's just talk about the gear that's required in order to succeed as a VA. Does everyone here have their own laptop?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, you don't have a laptop. Okay, you're gonna need to have a plan if you want to become a VA. Do you have an Android phone? So if you just buy a monitor, there's a thing called DeX. You actually can work from just your phone if you buy a monitor and a mouse. You need a mouse and a monitor. So technically, you could make this into a computer with your phone. Something to think about. And if you follow up with her and remind us, I can send you a link on that. Yeah, it's called DeX. DeX. Yeah. And you just do it from your phone. But you have to have keyboard, mouse, and then obviously this is the screen. So anyway, we all know what that is, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Philippines. Oh my gosh. Between karaoke and roosters. Oh my goodness. Oh my. So first of all, you need a laptop. You need a steady internet connection. You need soundproof headphones. And you need a quiet work environment, okay? I get that roosters are popular. I get that it's hard to control when they rah, 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 rah. It's hard. But the best thing that you can do is, oh my gosh. I cook them? Oh.
Tinola.
Wow. Okay. Sige. Okay. Is to just work maybe in a different part of the house that's not right next to the rooster, right? If you work next door to somebody who does karaoke, setting boundaries, just telling them, hey, I start work at 11 p.m. Can we please? I know that Filipinos, it's not. You guys are non-confrontational,
Yeah.
but I would say don't apply to a job don't apply to a voice role type of position if you have these issues. If you don't have a quiet work environment, because your employer is going to find out right away. I've actually gone through the interview process with people during the day, just to find out that when it's work time, it's very loud where they are, and I have to let them go. Yeah, they live right next to. I mean, I'm specifically talking about Elroy. He lived in the front of a Sari store, and in front of his house was just jeepney after jeepney and honk 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 on a main road. So even if there was no karaoke, if there was no roosters, he still was getting a lot of noise from the traffic. And as much as I liked them, he didn't know how to do any non-voice roles, so I had to let him go. I'm still friends with him, but that's the one thing is you have to be honest about your work environment. Don't apply to a voice position if you can't do it. It's a waste of everyone's time. So this is the actual requirements. If you guys are curious about what kind of computers to buy, whether it's Windows or Mac, this is exactly what you need. So, and we can send this over to you afterwards. And obviously you're going to want to have more RAM if you're going to be doing like the marketing roles, right? You're going to want a little bit faster of a computer if you're getting into like the social media marketing roles. Okay, sweet. Now we're going to talk about mindset, healthy habits, things in order to actually succeed as a VA, okay? Does all this still excite everybody? Are we? Okay, great. Awesome. So you need to have a growth mindset. It doesn't matter what position that you're in. You could be GVA, EVA, ISA, marketing, all of that. You want to embrace the night shift, and things are going to get tough. When you first started working overnights, what was the hardest adjustment that you had to make? Louder.
Yeah, I get like so tired because I'm used to sleeping at regular hours. So yes, no,
Yeah, that's the first thing. That's one of the hardest things that I had to do, adjust the sleep schedule.
Mm-hmm.
But once you get used to it,
What do you do it when you have to drink coffee a lot?
I don't drink coffee.
Up to candy?
Like I have naps before.
Take long naps.
Yeah.
So don't drink coffee. So coffee has a 12-hour half-life. So let's say you plan to go to bed at 10 o'clock at night. Don't drink coffee past 10 o'clock in the morning. You're going to just trust me, you'll get better quality sleep. We're going to talk about that next. But having a growth mindset, you should stay, Sam, because I'll ask you some questions. Stay. You're fine. You're going to want to celebrate the small wins. How do you celebrate your small wins? I already know how, but I'm asking. Yeah, oh yeah, she buys milk teas. Yeah. And food. She got samgyup. Oh yeah. Big time food. That's her thing. Yeah, always food. Where are you going today? Oh, pizza. Loves pizza. Oh yeah, big time. Number 2, sleep hygiene. Having a schedule around when you're drinking coffee is important, because if you drink coffee too late in the day, you're gonna have trouble sleeping. Yeah. Wearing an eye mask. So if you go to bed at 4 in the morning, well, the sun rises at 5:15 in the Philippines. You're going to get woken up by the sun. So you want to put on the eye mask, and then also earplugs. So they make these silicone earplugs. You can buy them on Shopee or Lazada or Lazada. Sorry, my Spanish was coming out there. Lazada. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, silicone earplugs and an eye mask so you can have higher quality of sleep. The thing is, I just had a VA pass away in, it was April. And he died because he used to get 3 or 4 hours of sleep every night. Every night, and he had 2 jobs. He worked 2 full-time jobs. And I always used to tell him, you're gonna die, like you're gonna burn out. And he was only 42 years old. He died of a heart attack after complications from a stroke. So he had a stroke while he was biking home from a dentist appointment, and he passed out in the shower. And his wife found him in the shower, and then they brought him onto an ambulance, and then he had a heart attack on the way to the hospital, and he died. Yeah. So he also vaped. So if anybody here vapes or smokes, please, it's not healthy for your heart. If you look up people who smoke, even if your husband, same with your husband, anybody in your family, it's really bad for you. Everybody thinks that if you smoke, it causes lung cancer. It doesn't. It does not. People who don't smoke get lung cancer more often because of things like pollution from the jeepneys or pollution from the trikes or pollution from the cars. You know what you get from smoking is you get coronary disease, you get heart attacks because your ventricles in your heart get smaller, right? They dilate and constrict. That's what happens, and that's what happened to him. He vaped, and he didn't take care of his health. He never went to the gym. He never went on walks. And in order to lose weight, he just stopped eating. He didn't get more active, He didn't get active. He just stopped eating. So he was starving himself, doing vapes, staying up really, really late, and not sleeping. So, does anybody here meditate? Nobody meditate? Why is the Philippines never? I thought you guys were Asian. Oh my gosh. Ah, okay. Got to start meditating. I know she meditates. Yeah, I know you do. You meditate every morning or night. What is it?
Morning and night.
Yeah. So I meditate every morning when I wake up. I ask and I tell God, I have a conversation with him, and I tell him, well, let me ask you guys this. Would you take 1 million pesos right now? 1 million pesos. Pero, you can't wake up tomorrow.
Thank you.
How about 100 million pesos? 1 billion pesos? Still no. Billion pesos. Would you take 1 billion pesos, but you couldn't wake up tomorrow? So what you're telling me is that your life is more valuable than 1 billion pesos?
Yes.
Billion. Well, what I'm saying is that's how I live every day. I just thank God that I woke up today. I get another shot today. Because I have had people, including VAs, including family members, that they're not here. So for me, I'm like, yeah, I'm grateful, and that's how I meditate. I thank God, and then I go, okay, what can I do to give back today? How can I make this day the best possible day? And I just live in a constant state of gratitude. So yeah, your life is more valuable than 1 billion, 2 billion. You got a baby in there. Okay, physical health. I'm not telling you that you shouldn't eat Jollibee, but don't eat Jollibee every day. Don't eat rice every day. Rice is so bad for you. Terrible. Rice is life. I know.
Yeah, but only
We
Yeah,
rice is so bad.
rice is life.
Rice is life. I know. I know. I know. MSG also very bad. The magic sarap, so bad. It's lami. I know. I understand. I eat the Filipino food. It's so good. Salt, high salt. She has a sister right now who's going through health problems because high salt, right? That's what she said. Yeah, Carlin. She,
Healthy eating habits.
well, yeah, but a lot of it's her salt intake. Lots of it. Yeah. So things like Jollibee are high in salt, deep fried oils, rice, just 1 cup. You can eat rice, but just don't make it every day, all day long. Don't do that. I learned that 85% of all calories in the Philippines, where does it come from? Rice! Yeah, that's crazy. Exactly. Yeah. Only rice, only rice. Yeah. I love rice, by the way. I love it. I love lugao. Lugao is, oh. What's everyone's favorite Filipino food that I should try? Start with you.
Inasal.
Oh, okay, that's good. I like that. It's chicken, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like baked, not deep fried.
Real.
Or grilled. What should I try?
Sinigang.
Oh, yeah, I love it. A sour soup?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good.
Adobo.
Chicken or pork?
Both.
Oh, okay. How about you? What? Oh, okay. What's the difference?
This pork.
So it's sweet.
Adobo pork.
Okay.
Pork sweet adobo.
Is sweet dulce? Dulce? Azúcar?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Sugar. What's your favorite dish that I should try? I love that. It's spicy. Yeah, it's good. How about you? What is that?
The pork.
The pork has
Pork with banana.
sweet banana.
Have I ever had that?
With
At the market? Oh yeah, I like that. That's good. What's your favorite? Oh, that's mine. That's the first dish I ever fell in love with in the Philippines. I was in Digos, and it was beef kare kare. Oh,
Miko's brew, the best curry.
Miko's brew.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I didn't know that.
They
Maybe
offer the best curry.
maybe I go today. Maybe I go. Mm. I actually love caldereta and pancit. Yeah, pancit for long life.
How about lechon?
I like the skin. Yeah, yeah. So yeah. Ribs. The ribs are good. Yeah. Do you like bacon?
No.
Yeah. That's my favorite part of the pig is the bacon. Okay, so productivity. No matter what role you end up doing as a VA, the most important thing is taking periodic breaks. This is why I don't believe in watching over my employees. What are you doing? And watching every single move. Because guess what? You're going to want to get up and walk around, stretch, drink some water, have a healthy lifestyle. It's not like the way you guys are sitting right now for 8 hours a day. That's not good for your back. Yeah, it's not good for anybody. Yeah.
Hours just sitting and including and have a back pain.
Would you get in trouble if you got up and walked around? Yeah, you would. You'd get in trouble, right? Back pain. No, I mean from your employer. Like, can you get up and take breaks throughout the day? Is a lot? No, just lunch.
But my work is
She's always taking breaks. Pibre, yeah, you're pregnant. Yes. So another thing is social connections. So since you're working the graveyard shift, you're going to be having an opposite schedule of all of your friends, all of your family. So I know what she does is you go to Mesh Connect, right? Yeah, and you know people, like what is your whole thing? Football? Mostly football, other people who are VAs. So you're going to have to find new friends or social connections. Not saying abandon your friends, but they're going to be working when you're not, when you're sleeping, or you're going to be working when they're sleeping. And so you're going to want to find online. You talk to people online a lot. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's important to have a good work-life balance. Okay. And then the last thing is you need to have an adaptive and resilient mindset. I can't tell you how many times I've hired a VA, and within the first week they quit because they have headaches. I had a girl; she was getting ear aches and all like health complications because it's not easy to transition from a regular work schedule into a graveyard schedule. So, does anybody know what the circadian rhythm is? It's a sleep cycle. So your body actually, we're all energy, we're all vibrating. Did you know that? We're not matter. Like we're not, I'm just vibrations. Did you know that? I'm just vibrating particles. So you have rhythm. Like you ever got really bad sleep and you feel off? Like your rhythm is off? They actually call it bad vibes. Why do they call it bad vibes? It's bad vibrations because you're vibrating. Yeah, good. No, not shake. I'm saying you're literally particles, bunch of millions and billions of particles vibrating. Good vibes, if you get good sleep, right? If you ever get, like I got such bad sleep yesterday, terrible sleep. Oh my gosh. I'll talk to you about that later. This guy made me get bad sleep. I'll tell you what. But anyway, we're not going to talk about that right now. But yeah, you want good sleep and you want healthy habits and you want to be adaptable and resilient. Some days she gets bad sleep because she is pregnant and I tell her to take a day off. To me, it's more important that she's healthy and that tomorrow is a better day than do it now, do it now, do it now. Just let me know. Talk to me, communicate with me. You're not going to get paid today because you're not working, pero tomorrow you're going to have a better day, right? So your health is paramount. I didn't always think that way. I used to always really judge my VAs based on how much output they were doing, but it's not fair to do. You guys are human beings. You're not zombies. You're not AI. And anyway, let's keep rolling quickly. We have about 50 more minutes, and we're almost done, actually. We have 7 more slides, so buckle up. Red flags from employers. Has anybody ever actually applied for a VA job at all, ever? Never. Never. Okay, well, how about some employers right now? What are some red flags, like if you apply somewhere in the Philippines? What's something that's like, oh, they're not going to be a good employer because of this? What is that? Not enough. Yeah. Yes. Not enough. How about vague descriptions of responsibilities?
Too much workload.
So too much workload. Yeah. Yep.
That's the biggest red flag here.
Fake promotions. They promise. Yeah. But a promotion really is more responsibility, very little like extra money, right? Yeah. How about sexual advances? Do you guys ever have that? We had a VA one time, she told us that her boss was trying to get her to set her up with Filipinas. And then he was saying, well, can I have you? Right? Remember? He was, Mercy, oh yeah. And she's married. He was trying to have sex with the VA. Yeah. And he was 70 years old.
So how are we going to do that, sir, if we encounter like that?
You report them. You leave a review on their Google page. So in America, one thing I see a lot of VAs, like they don't get paid from like they're doing freelance work and then somebody doesn't pay them. Well, what we do is we leave a review on their page. They always pay because reputation is so important in the US. So there's ways to deal with that. If someone ever sexually tries to make advances at you, you leave a review and you quit. You find another employer. Unfortunately, not everybody's able to do that, but what I would do is I would document and then start looking for another employer and then quit when you find that employer. So yeah, it's not good. Unclear job role or heavy workload but not pay that matches the workload. Payment issues. So a lot of times, this is really popular in the Philippines with foreign clients is they just simply don't pay. It happens way more than I hate, because it makes you nervous to want to even be a VA in the first place. Like, how am I going to get paid? So what I always say when I'm giving my interviews, I always tell my potential employees that I pay with Wise. So that's what we use. We use Wise. Have you ever heard of Wise?
Yeah.
We've heard of PayPal, right?
PayPal.
PayPal. Yes, yep, Payoneer, exactly, yep, exactly. So you always need to have an understanding of how are you going to pay me? If they go, we'll just figure it out. I'll pay you in cryptocurrency. That's a scam. Crypto's not a scam, by the way. Just the payment in cryptocurrency is a scam. And then just trust your instincts. If somebody feels like they're lying, or they're making these grand promises, you're going to get rich, you're going to be famous, don't listen to them. They're lying to you. They're lying. They just want money from you. Okay, let's move on. We're going to talk about AI. So this is just from this month. I have a client who works, do you guys know what Alarica is?
Yeah.
So they just lost their contract with AT&T and Comcast, and they've laid off between all of their branches, over 10,000 VAs. So those 10,000 VAs are competing for what role? The GVA role. So it's very, very competitive. And guess what they're willing to do? They're willing to take less money because guess what? They don't have to commute. So they're willing to take $1 an hour because they make the exact same money that they made in Alarica, which is around 17,000 pesos a month, but they don't have to travel. They can wear their duster and just live at home. But anyway, Citibank just laid off 20,000 people in October. Boeing, 17,000. Intel, 15,000. Tesla, 15,000. UPS, the United Postal Service, 14K. Amazon, 12,000. Unilever, 11,000. Sam's Club, 11,000. Bell Media, 4,800. And Siemens Energy, 4,100. All these are VA roles. All of them are VA roles. Not all in the Philippines, by the way. So what I'm saying is these are people that are competing for the same jobs that you girls are competing for. Some live in Brazil where they $1 an hour, you are rich. So they're willing to take way less money than you. So what I would tell you is you don't want to compete on how much you're being paid. You want to provide as much value to the business as possible. And you should earn what you deserve. I think you should target $10 an hour. You should try, that's 1,000 pesos or 100,000 pesos a month if you make $10 an hour. It's good money. That's what you should target. But you should be providing $10, $15, $20 worth of value to the company, okay? All these people, they're all being laid off because AI is able now to do customer service. They're able to do automation. So a lot of GVA roles are actually being obsolete. That's why I want to encourage you to not be a GVA. Maybe learn something along the executive side where you can do the human side of things, like plan events, right? Do things that an AI can't do, really, because AI is, I don't know why the Filipinos don't use AI as much, but you can have an AI build your portfolio for you. Did you know that? In one click, your whole portfolio. One click, you can have AI build your entire resume.
I don't know that.
I can send you guys a link on how to do that. Just remind her. Yeah. Yes. So AI is wonderful.
Yeah.
Would you guys want a course on AI?
No.
You don't want a course. You should be saying yes. Because you want to learn how to use AI. Who do you think is going to be more successful? A VA that knows how to use AI or a VA that does not? What did she do? How did she send her email to you? Using what? Daddy GPT, AI.
Without ChatGPT's help, it would like take me days.
Days. You heard it. So here's some Filipino companies that just laid off. So Optum just laid off 20,000 people. Do we know Optum? Optum, yeah. You guys have seen, well, I don't know if they have it here, but in Davao they have a lot of Optum advertisements on top of jeepneys. Accenture, do you guys know Accenture? Okay. They just announced they employ around 50,000 people in the Philippines. They just laid off 19,000. So 40% of their workload was just laid off because of AI. And then Shopee just laid off 5,000 people in October. Yeah. Yeah. Because of AI. Yeah. AI can now handle all of their listings. They can create descriptions on the product. They can fulfill the product. They don't need humans to do it anymore. All they need is people actually taking the product, like handling the packages and then dropping them off. So, AI is powerful, but it's also taking the general virtual assistant roles. So I encourage you to learn and stack your skills. Don't just settle for the non-voice roles, because AI is going to take over. Okay. Let's talk about what is the hardest thing other than building a portfolio. What is the hardest thing about being a VA? Landing a client. Landing a client. Why? Why is that hard?
Especially us as aspirant VA,
Mhm.
it's so hard for us to get a client. And also the client is looking for a more reliable expert.
Let me pause you. I just told you I paid $1,600 a month for a VA that I had to train. And I also told you people lie on their resume.
So we will
Don't lie, but so
Everything in our CVs are true.
So it's not hard to find a client, actually. It's very, very easy. I already told you guys that people buy from people they like, they know, and they trust, right? They like, they know, they trust. These are actually all of her clients. We have their name, their address, how much money. You can't see this. This person made $69 million last year. So we know exactly how much money they make. Everything is public record in the US. You can look how much money I made last year. Everybody can see that's why US is the best. All the data is available. It's all there. So do your research on your client before you actually go and you book them and try to have them make it seem like they don't need you. I don't know why clients act like they don't need you, but they need you for their business. Without you, without a VA, their business, it fails. You can't see this. This person made 58 million, 54 million, 53 million, 50 million, 60, 46 million, 45, 39, 39, and so forth. The lowest person that is in her list has made $25 million just last year, USD. Okay? These are our clients. We know exactly where they live. We know everything about these people. Okay? And they've expressed, how many meetings do we have just at the beginning of the year about VAs? Dozens and dozens, right? Yes, exactly. This is Derek. He's on this list. That's me doing a video interview with him, having a conversation. I can give you the video, but he literally breaks down why he is struggling in his business. He's so busy. He doesn't have the support. He has all these people that work underneath him in the US, and he just needs more organization because he's an influential guy, and he's just out and he's working. No stability, and he's worried because he has a daughter that's being born in December, and he needs a VA. He doesn't need a VA. He needs 20, 30 VAs to come in and help his business because he does not know how to run his business. He just knows how to make money. Some people know how to make a lot of money, and they don't know what they're doing. That's him. These are also, this is just the same, these are the houses that we've helped and the websites that we've actually built for all of these people. So I made a quick video. Anyway, I post all these to my YouTube channel where I make my sales calls because I have relationships with the top agents. I'm out here talking to them, building a relationship with them. She nurtures their relationships, like checks in on them. Hi, how's it going? Oh my gosh. Did your wife give birth yet? Oh yeah, oh, I'm giving birth to, oh, blah, blah, blah. Kiss me. Oh yeah, yes. So yeah, that's what we do. It's not hard to find a client. The advantage that we have though is here, our clients are all real estate agents. And these are all really successful business owners who have way more money than they have time. So if they hire a virtual assistant, which they all want, they get back their time, right? So one VA is equivalent to how many hours of time? per week, full time. It's 40 hours.
40 hours.
Yeah, you get 40 hours back of your time. So that they can then focus on parts of their business that they're actually really good at, which is networking, talking to people face to face. They all drink a lot of alcohol. They go to the bar a lot, right? Aren't they? They're always busy, golfing and busy, golfing and drinking. Golfing and drinking. Red horse caballo. Yeah. So you just need to know where to look. And honestly, I can tell you guys what we do in the process that we actually use to find our clients. And she'll send you guys more information about that as well. So, I mean, you guys can actually watch her make sales calls. That's how we find our clients. If she's the one doing the calls and connecting with these agents. So, anyway, it's not hard to find a client. None of these guys care about your resume. None of these guys care about your experience. And the reason why is if you worked with a company like mine, I've already established credibility with them. They trust me with their marketing because I was an agent for 10 years. So they know that I know exactly what kind of marketing materials a real estate agent needs. I know exactly what their website needs to look like. I know exactly what types of photos, videos, floor plans, 360 tours, everything that they need in order to have a successful real estate business. So, do you think that they would trust me to train a virtual assistant?
Yes.
Yes, they would, because I was an agent for 10 years. All right. What's another belief that you guys, a lot of Filipinos believe that you need a ton of experience. How much experience did you have, Miss Carlita, before you got started? Yeah. Zero. How much experience in real estate did you have? How about marketing? A little bit. Sales, a little bit too. But the reality is my top performing VAs all have no experience. Do you know why? They don't have unhealthy habits. I can teach them from the ground up. I can tell them exactly what they need to do in order to succeed with a client. I'm the direct client always. And now that I have a lot of my clients, real estate agents, expressing the need for virtual assistants, that's why I want to start building an agency and bringing girls and guys. I mean, as you've noticed, most of my VAs are actually all girls. I don't know why that is. No, really, I've trying to figure that out. Like, guys just aren't VAs or something. Oh, yeah. Impatient, yeah. My one guy VA, I loved him, but he passed away, like I said. Man, maybe they're afraid of dying. I don't know. But yeah, it's a big misconception. So her and I have a podcast where we talk about her experience, her journey as a VA, the ups and downs, the wins, the losses, and all the things that are required in order to succeed to become a VA. And not just a VA, because anyone can be a VA. It's how long can you stay a VA, right? Because I'm sure you guys have seen, even in Bisaya VA, people get fired like that from their clients. Oh, my client just dropped me. There's probably some type of cultural barrier, that maybe some cultural misunderstanding where maybe, they had expectations that weren't being met, or communication wasn't very thorough, things like that. So you don't need a ton of experience. You just need to know. Again, after this, we'll send you guys information for free about how to become a GVA. You need to know about Meta, right? You need to know about Google, and you need to know about how to use a CRM. Outside of that, yeah, GVA doesn't require a ton of knowledge. But it does, if you're certified in all those areas, a lot of people will look at you. Even if you have the best resume, they'll go, wow, so she knows everything about Google? I run every US client that you ever have will run their business through Google. I've never met one that didn't. Not a single one. Especially real estate agents. Would you agree with that, Miss Carla?
Yeah. They always have send the invites, Google invites.
Yes.
Send the emails.
Yeah, send it to my Google. Yeah, they always say that, exactly. Okay, another misconception is that the VA market is saturated. We had, how many are actually serious though? We had 30 people that were supposed to be here. We have 7. 7 showed up. Who's serious? You 7. Not those other 23. They're not serious. You're getting anxious back there. Do you want to go?
You wanna pee?
You go to the bathroom. I swear we're almost done. We have like 2 more slides. So the VA market is not saturated. I just showed you that a lot of people are being laid off, right? So that does increase the market saturation. But the reality is, it's not saturated for good talent. So if you can set yourself apart by actually learning the right things in the right order and provide immense value, every business will be very grateful to take you on as a client. What you don't want to end up doing is working for an agency that promises you client placement. You end up doing all of these assessments, studying just to not find a job. That happens every single day, all day long. We actually work with an agency right now, and they were saying how slow it is for them. And they can't find placement for, how many clients did Joy say she has right now? Yeah, Judy and Joy. Hundreds. And they have hundreds of VAs, and they can't find anybody. So she called me and she's like, can we start placing some of my VAs with you? I was like, sure, we'll think about it and we'll talk about it. But what I'd rather do is train my own VAs, because what she wants is, she wants half of the money. So I'm not interested in that. Because if we do all the work, finding the clients, maintaining the relationships, and doing the training, it just makes sense that our agency would be being the one paid, not her agency. So, and that's what we teach. And that's what you should be learning. And then in our value adders page, if you ask any question, we're not going to charge you money. If you say, hey, what skills do I need to learn? Okay, for what role? And then we'll give you all the things that clients are looking for. And my hopes at the end of this presentation is that we can train you guys and then you work for my agency. That's why it's free, right? I want to help you make money, but I also want to make money, truly. But I don't want you to do like the VA hub where it's like they charge $10 but only pay out $3. I don't like that. That doesn't make sense to me. That seems like a scam. So the market is not saturated for good talent. It's saturated for low talent, like being a GVA. Everybody can be a GVA. So I encourage you to learn more than just being GVA. This is where US clients exist. Shockingly, there's a ton on Reddit. Do you guys know Reddit? Yeah, so there's like, they post jobs there. There's a place called like Buhai Digital. I don't know what that means. I think it's digital life, right? They're also on onlinejobs.ph. .ph, yep, OLJ. Facebook groups, JobStreet, LinkedIn, and then I didn't include Indeed. I should have included Indeed. I have it in my notes. But yeah, write that down if you want, but Indeed. We actually don't find any of our direct clients on any of these sites. We just do direct outreach and we already have relationships with them. So, yeah, she has over 100 clients of her own that she could call right now and say, hey. Yeah, she's a beast. Okay, so this is the question and answer portion. Do you guys have any questions? Anything I didn't answer? Any topics? I hope you guys, did we learn? A lot. Okay. Questions? Please, someone ask a question. How about the training? Yeah, oh, come here. Well, it just depends on what kind of training. So in our value adders, here, you can't do that, yeah, unfortunately. Just set it up here. Yeah, so I will be doing ongoing training and post weekly training. And we'll also have a live Q&A that will go from it'll be kind of like this, anywhere from an hour to 3 hours. And we're going to be inviting people who attend these types of seminars. And you'll have experienced people like her and rookies all collaborating and talking about, okay, I applied here, or I use this AI to build my, my portfolio. So it's going to be kind of a knowledge hub is what we envision the value adders to be. So I will have full-blown training, but for now, we will send you over things like the Facebook training, the Google training, and then the HubSpot training, which is provided for free by those companies. Nobody tells you this. Like, and it's no offense to Bisaya VA. Like, I'm gonna try to sell you guys a course at some point as well. But the truth is I'm also gonna give you a ton of free stuff. Because if you realize that the VA world is not for you, if you start studying, you're like, this isn't for me. I don't want your money. When it comes to actually learning like sales and doing things like that, it's in my best interest to train my VAs the best way that I can so we can have clients who are satisfied so we can all make as much money as possible. That's why it's free. Does that make sense? That's how I'm going to make money. It's through my agency. So, and I take pride in that. I take pride in taking people who've had no experience to now make six figures. She's going to buy a house. Or build a house. Build a house? Build, not buy. So build land, or buy land, build house. Yeah, and she has a nice laptop. It's an i7. It's nice. So what are their other concerns? So training. You're worried about training. Just join the Value Adders page, and then you'll see weekly videos by me, and then we'll also do weekly Q&A. Whether you can attend or not, they will be recorded, and then we'll be posting them as well. So you'll be able to watch them. Oh, and then our podcast. It's completely free. It's on Spotify. It's called Value Adders. So it's already on Spotify for free. And we talk about scams to watch out for, because a lot of employers will make these big promises, but they'll have these vague job descriptions. And then you end up working for somebody that you're like, am I even going to get paid? Where's my paycheck? And then they have you do all this work and then work long, long, long hours. So yeah. Any other questions or concerns? Nothing. Do you have anything? Anything I didn't cover?
I think you've covered. How about the courses?
Yeah, they'll get an email about all that. Yeah. So we'll have an offer for you guys. I'm going to provide a lot of free material, so don't feel obligated. This is typically would be an offer for people who'd want to be more of an ISA in the sales department. But you'll basically be getting online. So do you have that? We'll have to put that together. But you'll get like one-on-one coaching. I'll look at your resume. I'll look at your portfolio. We'll do, you'll be a part of our Facebook group, our paid Facebook group. I don't remember. I think it's 1,000 pesos, but it's normally like 15,000. So, and it's a laundry list of things that you get. But also, here's the deal. If I hire anybody as a VA, I will give you that 1,000 pesos back. Does that make sense? If I hire you as a direct client, I'll give it back to you. But the training is never free. The training can't be free. Because think about it like this. People who pay attention. Think of how much information is online for free. Do any of you girls use it? No, you don't. No, you can, but you don't. If you're a part of a paid community, you're going to be held accountable, and you're going to feel obligated because you just put 1,000 pesos up. You're going to feel stupid if you didn't. You know what I mean? Like, think about it like, how much does college cost? Going to university. It costs money, right? And do you think that you would attend classes if it was free? No, because you're going to lose money. Yeah. What's that?
Upwork.
Yeah, even Upwork costs money. Yeah, I don't really know how much Upwork. I've never used Upwork.
Remember, but I don't know if you've encountered it in the groups. In order for them to send resume or apply, you have to pay Upwork.
After 2 applications, you're already spending over 1,000 pesos. It's around $10, I think. Online jobs is free, but you only can communicate to 2 employers a day. And then after that, it's $5 per. So you're spending 250 pesos. So after 4, you're at 1,000 pesos. It's crazy. With no training. Zero. So, but yeah. We'll give you the HubSpot. We'll give you all the training for free. And then any additional training when it comes to sales, things like that, that's my department. And you'll be working one-on-one with me. And I trained her. So I don't ever lie to people and say that I train on social media. I don't do that. I actually don't know anything about that. I know sales. I know nothing about. I do have a social media course that is presented by somebody else. I have an AI course, a communications course that are presented by other people. The only thing that I actually do, I have an entire course on sales, and then I have ongoing weekly trainings for life until I die. Yeah. So you're never going to be left behind in sales. Like when you first got started in sales, you got no sales. But luckily you had me. She didn't pay me, by the way, because she's my employee. But I'm guessing it was through my ongoing support and coaching and then listening to her sales calls and then having her adjust in certain ways to really maximize her sales calls.
Yeah, and even providing reading materials.
Oh yeah, reading material. Yeah, I read every single day and I listen to audiobooks. I'll give any book that I read, I give it away for free, because I buy my books and I just upload them to Google Drive and we just have hundreds and hundreds of free books. So hopefully you guys read in your downtime. Reading's really important. And reading, it's about. A lot of people think that reading is boring. But the way I look at reading, and then we can get out of here because I know she has to go to the bathroom. Reading is about saving you time. So somebody took their time, they lived 50, 60, 70 years, and they're condensing all of their knowledge into a 200-page book. So you can basically fast forward and learn all of their knowledge by just reading a 200-page book, 300-page book. It's wonderful. So if you read 4 or 5 books, you've now lived hundreds of years of life that you didn't actually need to live. You just lived through somebody in a book. So, yeah. To me, books is it's like fast forward button on life. I love it. How do you look at books?
Oh yeah, it helps me grow a lot.
Yeah.
Mindset.
I had to send her mindset books. Books about, yeah. I've noticed that a lot of Filipinos you guys have different mindsets than Americans. Mindset.
Different.
Yeah, it's different. In some ways, it's better. In other ways, you guys have a lot of toxic family, a lot of that going on. So I'm just gonna tell you right now, don't tell your friends how much money you're making. If you're making 1 million pesos a year, live modestly. Live the way you are. Don't tell them, oh, I make 6 figures. I do that, because everyone's gonna want your money. Don't go out to MG and buy a new car. Don't do that. Right? Simple. Live simple. Save your money. Invest your money. Buy an investment to make you more money. So like Charm, she started buying up repossessed bikes every month. So she now has over 30 vehicles that they've bought and sold, or they rent out to foreigners. So she makes passive income. Yeah. Yeah. So don't go and buy your iPhone fully paid. Don't do that. Wait for the iPhone. Buy something that's going to make you money. And then with the passive income, that's when you buy your MG, your iPhone. Okay? Change the way you think about money. Money is not about paying the bills. Money is growing it, making more money with your money. If you make money, make that money, make money, then you spend it. So every time I make $1, I try to hire a VA so I can make $2. Does that make sense? I'm trying to grow my money.
Yes.
Yeah.
How long it take, and how long the process in to become a sales agent? If you're applying now, how long it takes?
Well, there's 2 ways to answer that. 30 days is what you're looking for, but to be actually good, probably about 3 months total. From the day you start training and then being on your own, yeah. Takes time. It does. But you still will get a base salary, which is more than even a GVA. But some people, sales just isn't for them. And marketing might be a better option.
Can I do
That's what she does. She's an EVA. Yeah, but she does more than that though. Like she basically does everything except for like website design and social media. She's starting to learn. She's being social media trained right now as we speak. So she's learning about, I don't know, you tell them, what do you learn about?
Instagram,
Facebook groups.
Facebook groups,
Yeah. So this social media is new to us. So, yeah. So 3 months, and to be the best, a year. Honestly, I sucked at sales for 3 years. 3. But my sales was face to face, talking. Yours is over the phone. So you don't, if someone says no, it's easier because if they go, it's like if a guy, if they go, oh, Carla, you're so beautiful. You're like, no, I don't want to talk to you. That hurts. That's rejection. No one likes rejection. But if it's like, hey, Carla, you're beautiful, and she says no, I can deal with rejection via text. I can deal with rejection over the phone. I can deal with rejection even over email. But in face-to-face, it's difficult. So just like you, if someone comes into MG and they're like, oh, I don't want to use you, I want to use her. Does that make you feel bad?
Yeah.
Does that happen?
Not yet.
Not yet,
And
okay.
I don't want it to happen.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, maybe we wrap this up unless someone else, any closing thoughts? Carla?